Hey guys, this is gonna be an Odyssey review because I just left the movie theater and I'm stewing. I'm stewing in here. This is gonna be full spoiler because I don't think there's a reason to do spoiler free. I'm shooting on my Fuji. Wow. The movie is 2 hours and 58 minutes. I sat in that movie theater for 3 hours, no bathroom break, none. I didn't think I could do it, but I think I ate so much popcorn that I was like clogged up. I am the type to like start eating popcorn as soon as I sit down. I don't care if we have 15 minutes of previews. Here's the thing. I am not a Greek mythology girl. I never was. I think I had one friend who was into that kind of stuff. There's so much going on in that world. And I watched the Percy Jackson movies. I don't know what the hell is going on ever in anything that has to do with Greek mythology at all. Quite frankly, it's exhausting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This movie made me feel like I would like to learn a little bit, okay? That's huge. Also, if this goes out of focus while I'm talking, ignore. That's huge for me because I usually don't give a hell about anything. We'll start with this. I knew that was Travis Scott. Okay, I knew that was Travis Scott in the beginning, but I didn't want to claim that was Travis Scott because I wasn't really sure if it was Travis Scott. I haven't seen Travis Scott like that. I don't know Travis Scott like that. I don't follow him on Instagram, but I knew it was Travis Scott. It was Travis Scott. Does Christopher Nolan make it a thing to put Matt Damon in every single one of his movies? Because I watched Interstellar a couple weeks ago, which by the way, I should put a review up because that movie. And also he was in, what was the other one? Is that his guy? Is that his, his girlfriend? There were so many stars in this movie. So many. Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland. You know what? Tom Holland is Anne Hathaway and Matt Damon's son. He is. He looks it and he is it. That's it. It's that simple. This morning, I was like, I think I want popcorn and I want to OD on Coke Slush. Maybe I should go to the movies later. When I looked up what movies were out, the Odyssey caught my eye, watched the trailer. Okay, done. Let's go. I went by myself. I had no one to cry to. I had no one to look at. It was tough. So now that's why I'm here talking. I had never imagined the Trojan horse story like that. I guess I'd never read about it, and you only get the cartoon version of everything Greek mythology when you're a kid because it's what sells and it's what's interesting. That realistic version of it, the tangible aspect of this story, the way it was told, was chilling. I have neck and back tension right now. I was tense the whole time. I had no idea what was going on and what was the point and where we were going kind of thing. Great story. Great storytelling. The score was beautiful. But let me say this. This was the loudest movie on planet Earth. The emergency exit sign by the screen was damn near about to pop off the wall. Shaking. The walls were shaking and rattling and I could hear it, and it was extremely distracting at certain points where there was like a tiny bit of bass in the score. I just feel like the movie theater was not equipped and prepared structurally for this level of volume. But nonetheless, after watching Interstellar, which I'm not really going to go into it right now because I don't want to get pissed off. But after watching Interstellar, I was about to write Christopher Nolan off. I know he did Inception. Inception's one of my favorite all-time movies. But watching Interstellar after the masterpiece that is Inception, I was really turned off. I was like, I was so icked out by that movie. Again, I'm not going to talk about it. But he's redeemed. He's redeemed now in my eyes. Lupita Nyong'o. Chef's kiss. As always, Zendaya in this movie. Chef's kiss. Anne Hathaway. She just gets better and better. She ages like fine wine. She is one of the most beautiful women. And I know she has cosmetic surgery done. And I know trying to find someone in Hollywood that doesn't is like, but she's just so beautiful. And I just love looking at her face. Like, I like when I can tell what someone's face will feel like by looking at the texture on their skin. And I don't say that in a weird, like, offensive way. I'm so genuine when I say I love looking at textured skin. I thought Matt Damon was gonna die at the end. I was scared. It was very romantic that he basically did everything he could to get back to her. Also, wait, let's talk about this guy. Hold on. What's his name? I actually don't even know. Robert Pattinson. Here's the thing. I know nothing about this guy other than the fact that he was in Twilight and he's in a lot of stuff. And I think he's been in movies with Jennifer Aniston. Okay. Jennifer Anderson? Jennifer Lawrence? I don't care. If he was walking next to me on the side of the street, I'd be like, all right. Like, I couldn't care less about him because he gives me such a bad vibe. Like, something about this guy rubs me the wrong way every single time I look at his face. He gives me, like, almost incel-y, like, freak vibes. The role he played in this movie portrays how I see him so well. And, like, not see him, but, like, the vibe I get from this guy in real life, by the way. His real life vibe that I receive. The character he played in this movie directly reflected that for me. It was a symphony. I'm glad he died. Also, I wasn't really understanding. He tried to take the other kid's place when they were getting drafted. I'm sore from sitting down for 3 hours. Was he the one that wanted to take the other kid? Also, ignore that sheet right there. I was doing product photography. I just realized that looks absolutely hideous. This is my office, by the way. This is my office and library. Also, the idea that those men were in that horse for days before getting dragged to Troy, like, I didn't really grasp it until the guy, something about, I'm blushing. John Bernthal, everything about him. I'm not gonna go into it because I'll get hot.
Pay her fee, she perform for me. Say she a good girl, she do porn for me. I don't talk wholesale, I can get more in the street. My nigga a botch, he cook all the beef.
Anyway, his character starts talking about how they were like pissing and shitting in there, and they brought food, and they, like, a couple guys drowned from the tide. Like, I wasn't grasping it until he said the going to the bathroom thing, which is like, true. Wow, that is strategy. And then that whole scene where they are in Troy and they are breaking in and they are like kind of burning down the city and all that stuff. I don't think I've ever watched a war movie that has portrayed soldiers and war like that scene did. It felt so real. It felt so understandable to me as like some idiot civilian that doesn't understand the first thing about how it feels to be in that situation or the depth and insanity that it takes, you know, alongside blind loyalty and bravery to be in that situation. What else? Oh, Mia Goth being in this movie. Okay. They never showed if she died or not. That was upsetting because I did want to see her die. The guy who played Eurylochus, Himesh Patel. I loved his character. He was like the epitome of a good leader and a great soldier. Like, he was so logical about things and put his men first no matter what. And it was very primal of him, it seemed. He just played that role super well. I really liked him. Like, I really had a soft spot for his character. I don't know anything about any of these characters or their stories, and I feel like I should do some research to at least know what the hell is going on. Because, low-key, I think that the personification of Athena coming to Odysseus and kind of giving him answers but pushing him more so to think, I understood the times that she would show up. And I understood that Athena took form in that girl that he watched get beheaded in Troy. But I don't understand why was it Athena? You know, like, I don't understand the concept or the depth, I guess, of why it was her, why it was that god that showed up. Is Athena the god of war? Oh, okay. It's the goddess of war. You know what? Ignore everything I just said. There's so many characters. That's another thing that I'm like, wow, the world seemed so big. The character lineup was nuts. So many characters, so many storylines to tell. Like, it just felt like a big world, which was, again, I think is very difficult to do. Hello? The production value of this movie is insane. If they were to have it be less than 3 hours, it would be an absolute goddamn shame. It actually should have been longer. What was the blind guy? I don't know what the blind guy's name is, but the blind guy who had the dogs, I felt so bad for him. He was just trying to survive till his bro came back. Odysseus hunting dogs, staying alive till he came back. And that being the moment that his son knew it was him. For joke, come on. Oh, that freaking witch at the oh my god, I'm sick to my stomach. That witch on that island fed all of his men and then turned them to pigs. That was demonic. Like, I'm sensitive to sound, but I'm sensitive to vibe more. And I had my ears covered like that for a lot of the movie. When that lady was molesting those men's mouths, faces, and heads, I was like this. I had to put my popcorn down. I was sick to my stomach. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm glad that, Odysseus is smart and conniving and got his men back, but oh my god, did we have to watch that? Did we have to watch her stick her entire fist and wrist down this guy's throat like that? And the humming was creepy, like that big ass motherfucker in the cave with the one sideways eye and like the creepy blue-gray skin. What was that? Whose kid was that? They said, like, once they escaped, they said, oh, that's what, Zeus's son or something, because he was calling to him after he got stabbed in the eye. Creepy. That thing screaming at the top of his lungs in pain. Creepy. Didn't like the audio. Didn't like the visual either. Once that scene happened, I knew it was gonna get creepy and freaky. I knew it was just gonna get weird from there, because to have some like foreskin looking giant come into a cave to sleep at night and rip people's heads off to chew, which by the way, that visual was gnarly. I knew it was just gonna get worse from there, and it did. That random island with those like giant war people and that giant kid, which by the way, that's the only time that I really felt like, oh, this is CGI. The kid's face, the way it was moving, I was like, ooh, they could have done better, I guess, or used a real kid. I don't know. It looked really fake. What else? The siren thing, that was cool. The scene where they're in hell or Hades, he's being told exactly what's going to happen and what the options are with what he chooses. I wish that was me. I wish I had that in life. As it's happening, I'm thinking, damn, I want to go there. I want to talk to this guy. You know what I'm saying? I want the options and I want the consequences for each option. And then I can decide from there. I want that for my future. I want to know about that. That would be very, very beneficial to me. Very productive, I would say even. So I got jealous there. What else can I say other than that's probably one of the best movies I've seen in a very long time. I thought I was gonna go in there and like it was gonna drag real bad because it was 2 hours and 58 minutes. But wow, what a story. What a plot, what a timeline. Nothing was extra, nothing was a drag, nothing was too slow. I am so pleased. I am so satisfied. And let me tell you, I haven't gone to the movies and been this satisfied in a very long time. My only critique would be, if you're gonna have that movie so damn loud, let's think about maybe equipping the movie theaters with the appropriate infrastructure to actually handle the severe volume that you're about to bestow upon the building, because the bass would start up and the whole room is shaking and rattling, so it was like detracting a little bit, but whatever. Honestly, that's my only critique. Immediate review, super happy, very impressed. Great movie. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm getting hot because I was thinking about John Bernthal.